That's right. Thank you, God. I was praying to you like 17 times in the past couple days because of this. Oh, thank you, my mom, for comforting me. Thank you to all the various YouTube tutorials I was watching about what to do with a blank SD card on a tablet, or is your SD card not being read? There was a black guy, I don't know if he was black or not, and all, maybe he was Indian, with a robotic voice where you saw him in the corner at the intro, kind of, and then it was showcasing more stuff, the guide and stuff like that. Told me to either, I can't remember what the first step was, but then the second step and all was to like remove the SD card, clean it off with eraser or toothpaste and stuff like that, wipe it off, clean it up, put it back in, then restart the device, and it should turn out fine. I didn't really do the cleaning up bit, though I did take out the SD card. Had to take a little while because I had to figure out how this thing works. Because unlike other devices, where for years I've always been opening it up the back, put the thing in, and then unmounting SD card when removing it. Easy stuff. So it's kind of different with this thing. Plus, I wasn't using a pick like I did with my tablet that's new, where you have to pick it into a hole and then pull out a slot with the SIM card and then that kind of stuff. So this was different, and I was worried that I would never see my stuff again. But I am! I am! So it seems as if the problem before and all was that it kept reading the SD card as blank. I don't know, maybe it was like a timing glitch. It was in there for so long that it just couldn't take it anymore. So I removed it like a couple times a day, just like around the same time, and all pulled it out, looked at it, inspected it, cleaned it off with my fingers and stuff like that, getting any smudges off, and then put it back in, and then I must have not have done it right. I must have pushed it too far in, and then clicked it, and it pulled it back out, and then there was like a pop-up saying, don't remove the SD card without unmounting it, or else you'll remove your data, and all that kind of thing happens all the time when you're taking out SD cards into different devices to watch downloaded videos. And then I put the stuff back in. Um, yeah, I put the thing back in, and then a pop-up saying like SD card has been inserted, and it always said so at the top when you turned on the thing. And before it wasn't doing that, and then now it is, and I got rid of the pop-up. And then it said go to my files, went to SD card, and it said SD card and all. It didn't really look at any of the stuff in there. But then I left left the file screen, and then everything is here. Photos, both FNAF games, Angry Birds Crossy Road, Classic Mini Rush, Minecraft. Among Us was also gone. ES File Explorer. I don't even use Among Us on this thing at all because I use it on my tablet. So I may just get rid of that anyways. I think Hangouts was also gone. YouTube, I believe, should work now. I don't know why the SD card being removed allowed the Wi-Fi to not work. Let's just hope. Oh dear. Must be a other glitch because I don't know what an SD card would have to do with Wi-Fi problems. Maybe Hangouts works. Let's check that. Probably won't. I mean, it says it's connected, and I went to Wi-Fi and it showed it's connected. It's loading. Oh, okay. This thing I think is always behind, perhaps. I don't know. Hangouts is also not updated either. Now. I think this is old stuff. I think that the thing is really out of whack, perhaps. I don't know. I need to look into that. Let's just hope the Minecraft worlds are on there still, and if they're not, then I'll be really, really, really sad and disappointed. But they should be somewhere in files. There's backups as well of a few of the worlds, and by few I mean most of them, like my old museum with other stuff and all, a Diary of a Wimpy Kid school with other stuff, a place with a bunch of FNAF minigame pizzerias and stuff, and another one that was intersection I can't remember what that was different parks and other things. And my old attempt of building the Poseidon, which wasn't successful really, and it's still kind of sitting there, as well as a bunch of other stuff. All that stuff I had backed up and saved in, like I say, 2018 and all, thanks to File Manager, or ES File Explorer, my bad. And they are still in downloads, and I did go into downloads since they're on the device, not the SD card. I went there and I checked, and they are still there, same images and everything there. The only problem is that they're out of date, kind of, so if I go onto them, and I've made changes to them ever since then, which obviously I had, it was 3 years ago, almost. Not to mention stuff like the mazes, the 2 mazes I made. One is supposed to be the Gmod brick maze that you see in videos from Rybar99 and Shoot a Birdie. And I also made another one, and all realizing that the old one was super inaccurate. And I made a newer one, obviously, and that turned out pretty darn great, and I showed off both mazes to my friends on Hangouts. And then there's, of course, the Poseidon map that I got back in summer of 2020, which obviously wasn't backed up. And of course, very recently, the Night Museum of Natural History being recreated. And yeah, that obviously wasn't backed up, but that was being made this year. I think that's the newest Minecraft map currently on my device that only came from this year so far. So let's just hope that they're still there, but if not, then I'm going to continue to make a tribute video that I had planned to make. You know the opening song to Among Us Logic number 8, where Mr. Egg is singing about missing the gentleman? Imagine me as Imagine me as Mr. Egg, and then the gentleman basically being Minion Rush, Minecraft, and just in general my tablet and stuff like that. It almost seems I lost the entire tablet itself almost. But if something is wrong, I am going to upload it. But I'm just going to finish working on it and then upload it for you anyways, just to show how much I care about my stuff. So yeah, let's just hope that everything's back to normal and good. I mean, why wouldn't it be? It didn't before, but now that it's in, everything's showing up, why wouldn't it be fixed? So yeah, woohoo! Also, if you're wondering why this stuff specifically wasn't showing up, but this was, and other things, certain things were already in the device and all, like Play Store and stuff like that, and the actual downloaded apps that weren't showing up, those ones I believe were stored in the SD card, because there's an ability to like store the contents of a app in the SD card. And I remember years ago, if I were to remove the SD card, you just get a blank hollow shell of its former self with none of the information to use it. And that's what was going on here. And now that it's properly back in, as evident by there's no pop-up, things are showing up, I can go into files and see the stuff. I just need to make sure that all the stuff in the individual apps is all good and safe, which it should be. So yeah, woohoo! I cannot tell you how relieved and happy I am. I won't have to have a third casualty this year. You know, first Thomas, then Josie, and now this. But no, let's just hope not. Woo!